Bakery. Here's my panel right here. This is a temporary phenolic. This is an extra phenolic label that I had that I just put white tape on. I'll order it. Loaded with GFI breakers because most of it's a commercial kitchen. Needs GFI breakers. Got our temporarily penciled. I always do pencil and then I print it out after they move in to see if they want to add stuff. I didn't do the fire alarm. I didn't do the panel. I just did the branch circuit out of the panel. My 2-inch LBs down through. You saw some of that. We got a mechanical room over here. Water heater, HVAC equipment, time clock right here for the sign light. I did a P-ring in a box inside the wall. And this is one of the boxes that sits over P-rings, nippled to it. This is my switch right here for my furnace over there. This brings you to the back area. It's all recessed lighting. Like I said, I didn't do the fire alarm. Everything's GFCI protected. It even tells you that right there. It's actually a code requirement. You're supposed to label the outlet. Most people don't push it in residential, but I always do it in commercial. This is future. We ran an 8.2 for a piece of equipment that came in that was only 20 amps, so they got a future wire there for something bigger. Refrigerators, not a whole lot. Common receptacles. And you come around the corner. Here's all the switching here. There's 3 different switches for the chandeliers. These do above the counter, those do out there, those do out there. Then we got recess lights, recess lights, recess lights. Some sconces, those are all known, all labeled up. Coffee maker right here. Big 30 amp plug. POS is all gonna be underneath here. I got everything jacked. I did a brushless plate because they're gonna be plugging in everything right here. Common outlets. They're gonna have a POS screen right here. That's why it's up like this. You got some refrigerators, ice makers, common countertops, coffee grinders, a kegerator for iced coffee. You come out here, we got some exits, some EBUs. All faceless plates out here. We got receptacles up in the show windows. We got a refrigerator out here as well. Quads are gonna put like bench and tables. I think eventually there's gonna be a big table out here. We're gonna do an outlet in. Nice bathroom. Exhaust fan, kind of nice and mellow in here, not too bright. Nice fancy sconces. And so here's the basement that we dealt with. Beautiful, isn't it? Shit everywhere. But that's all right. We didn't do the demo. Somebody else was hired to do the demo, and as you can see, they did not really complete their job, but that's not my problem. Here's my can. We basically ran along all the beams on this side, that side, went upstairs, have some changeovers and stuff where I actually went up to do some equipment. You know, there's a water heater up above over here. This goes up to the HVAC unit here. People are asking me why I didn't run the MCs to the panel. This is it. The panel's about 10 feet that way. Slab on grade. The basement's not completely underneath this entire job. So I went in here and then ran number twos. Two 2-inch pipes upstairs. Get some wood sammies into the wood. Rod down. Somebody else was complaining about how much the rod's stuck into the can because it's social media. That's what you have to do is complain. But that's all right. Here we are along the beam. A lot of new wires. That's the basement. So you can also see out here, all the lights are at different elevations based on working with the customer to get them the way they wanted. So worked out pretty good. All the recessed lights are, lined up in rows throughout the whole place. These all line up that row, that row. Got some like outlets underneath counters here. Worked out pretty good. Pretty good, I'd have to say. Nice place. They're gonna end up having griddle here, that double burner over there, this convection oven over here, sandwich prep table here, I believe that goes there, whole little kitchenette area, so we'll be making some food back here, pushing it out there, POS set up right here. Ready to get some labels on these, but I left my label maker on a job, so I ordered a backup one, so now I'll have two just in case.